Good morning, boys and girls. Mr. Baxter's Learning Channel is your place to be. You're right. So today is Friday, April the 24th, 2020, and we are going to do a little writing activity today. So we're going to gather ourselves up for a writer's workshop. Let's get together. Ready? 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, let's go. We are gathering on our phones and our screens. Everyone is here now. This is our own space now. We are here. Woo! We are here, boys and girls, in the digital beehive 2020. Still practicing that social distancing, but we are rocking our distance learning. Shout out SSIT time. All right, boys and girls, we've got to figure out where we are going. All right, for our writing today, we're going to look at where we're going and how we're going to get there. Then we'll take a look at Mr. Baxter, do a little example, and then I'm going to turn it over to you because you guys have a writing activity in your seesaw today, all right? So you're going to get to do what Mr. Baxter does here. If you're not doing it on seesaw, then I want you to get a piece of paper and do it with me while I'm writing mine, okay? All right, so let's turn the camera a little bit. I always like to zoom in a wee bit so we can figure out where we're going and how we're going to get there. Woo, that was a wild ride. You ready? All right, so today where we're going, or what we're learning is, I can write a story from a memory. We can do that, right? Using our memories. I can write a story from a memory. That's a narrative writing. How do we get there? How are we going to do this? How are we going to show what we know? Well, boys and girls, I will use a photograph. Wait a minute. We know from our nonfiction reading that photographs are pictures. Right. So, okay, I'm going to store that. I will use a photograph to help me. The photograph is going to help us do 3 things. Draw a picture. What do we put in our pictures, guys? Words? Right? Yeah, so we're going to label our picture. And then last, we're going to write a sentence. This is what your paper is going to look like on Seesaw. You're going to have a box to draw your picture. We're going to put labels up here. And last, we're going to write some sentences. Now take a look. We're going to write these in order. And I'll be using my memory. But remember, we said we're going to use a photograph to help me. So I want you guys to press pause and go find a photograph. This could be a photograph on mommy or daddy or aunt or uncle or grandma's phone. This could be a photograph that you have laying around your house. I'm gonna quickly show you guys some of Mr. Baxter's photographs. All right, so go ahead and hit pause. And when you come back and you've got your photograph that you're gonna be using today, hit pause and then play, okay? So when you have your photograph or your picture, come back and hit play. All right, we've got our photograph. Now, let's go take a look at some photographs from Mr. Baxter. You ready? All right, let's go on a little walk. Look here, guys. My refrigerator, yours might be like this. My refrigerator is covered with photographs. Pictures of my family. There's my mom, silly Mr. Baxter, Mrs. Baxter. Look at all these beautiful people. All of these, and each one of these pictures brings back a memory for me, for Mr. Baxter. Now I could think, oh, there's my niece, Kerrigan. There's Kerrigan right there doing some dance. Oh, awesome. So look at all these pictures. Each one of these pictures brings back a memory. Look at my little man, HL. Awesome. All right, so and there's my man, my little soccer player. Woo! I love each and every one of these folks. So look, up here it says pictures of this life. That's right. So all of those pictures, guys, help us remember things from our life. And now we can use those memories from the photographs to write a story. So take a look. Now, not all of our pictures. Drop you back down. Angle you back around. Now, not all of our pictures, guys, are in photograph form. or like a paper. Some of our pictures are on a phone or on the computer. Look at this picture right here. Who is that? Yeah, you nailed it. That's Mr. Baxter. Dressed up like Cat the Hat. This is from Dr. Seuss Day. All right? So look, does this picture bring back a memory for you guys? It does me. I remember teaching on Dr. Seuss Day. We could write a story about that one. Let's see. Oh, there's another picture. Mr. Baxter, Mrs. Baxter. This is from a fun time. We were dressed up, celebrating. I remember where we were and what we were doing there. I could write a story about that one. Oh, you guys know who this is? It's Cosmo. Cosmo, look at him. Cute little Cosmo. I remember where we were. We were at a bark park there. I could write a story about that one. But I believe this is the picture that I'm going to choose to write a story about today because it's something that I haven't been able to do in a while. I really miss fishing. I remember this day. I was there with my family. I love this picture. It's got so many things in it that I love. There's my dog. There's my wife. There's my fishing pole. We're at the beach, at a very special part of the beach. And I think this is the one that I'm going to choose to use. So, do you have your picture? Yes? All right, let's use them to write ourselves a story. I'm going to move my picture over here so that I can keep an eye on it. And then I'm going to show you how we're going to use our writing paper to tell a story. Can you guys see that? Awesome. We will get the pause out of the way because we are full go. It is play. All right. So the first thing we do, guys, we use our picture, our photograph, to draw a picture. Well, all right. Hi. I'm going to use, here's my writing tool, all right? This is going to be my pencil today. This is what I'll write my sentences with and add my labels. This is what I'm going to draw with. Now, I notice, first thing is we are at the beach. So I'm going to go ahead and put the beach here, all right? Now, who else was in the picture? Ah, you're right. There is Mrs. Baxter. So we'll get her there. I wish I could draw her as pretty as she is, but, you know, we always do our what? Best. You're exactly right. We always do our best. All right, she was wearing a black dress that day. And then I got to put Mr. Baxter. Here's his shorts. Doing our best. Remember, we try our best to do our drawings. It might not look just like Mr. Baxter, but it looks Mr. Baxter-ish, right? Remember? Doing our best. All right, and that day I had on a blue shirt. So I add a little bit of blue here. All right, and I had on, so I'm going to leave my pants that same color because I had on like a khaki bathing suit, so I'll leave that there. I'm going to add in my fishing pole because that was an important part of us being there that day from my memory. All right. I'm going to have to add a little guest right here, a little four-legged guest. Who's that? Right, Cosmo with his bushy tail and his ears that flop out. There's a Cosmo. All right. And then out here, guys, is the water. And what's in the water? Right. Fishies. Let's give Mr. Baxter some hair and Mrs. Baxter some hair. And we're not going to waste too much time on our picture. And you guys are going to do an excellent job with your pictures. I want you to make sure you draw a nice detailed picture so that you can remember to add in your labels. All right, let's add some spots for Cosmo. Here's Mr. Baxter's black hat that he had on that day. All right, so now we've got our beach. Got a little bit of sand. This is kind of what our beach looks like, especially down here in the southeast coast of GA. That I could color the water to look about the same color, right? But we're going to use our imagination because we'd love to believe. Let's put a nice blue sky up there. All right, nice blue sky. I do remember it was a gorgeous day. And let's add in the rest of our water. See, I'll use a different color for the water. But I wanted to make it real blue right here because that is where Mr. Baxter was fishing. So let's add something to our picture. What are we trying to catch? A fish, you're right. So let's draw ourselves a little fishy down in the water. Little circle with a triangle makes a perfect little fishy. All right, so now I've got a perfect picture that I could add some labels. You're right. Boys and girls, who's this right here? That's Cosmo. I can draw a line to him and write Osmo. One label. Who's this? Mr. Baxter. But I can write me because that is me. You can label your picture as, oh no, as me. Uh-oh. And this is Miss Baxter. Yeah, you're right. Mrs. Baxter. All right, so we've got our labels going here. I'm going to also label my, what is this? My fishing pole. Right? Thank you for that short vowel sound. Shh. Right, that's our digraph SH that makes the shh sound. Ing. Tell me my 3 letters for ing. I-N-G. Awesome. Fishing. Oh. Oh, what do you hear? Oh, oh. And what makes that O say its name? The sneaky E. Awesome. And last, I'm going to put that we are at the, what is this? This is the beach. All right, so there are 2 vowels that go together to make that E sound in words like neat and feet. Not feet, neat and eat. It is E and A, right? So this is the beach. Now we have a 2-letter digraph that makes that ch sound like Charlie or Chase. Beach, right? C-H. All right. So the first thing we had to do, guys, was use a photograph to draw a picture. Do we have a picture? Check. Second thing we were going to do with our photograph was we were going to add some labels. Do we have labels? Check. The third thing we needed to do was write sentences. Now look, your paper is going to look like this today. It says, first I want you to think what we did first. Then so I want you to think what you did next. And finally finally is another word for last. So what we did at the end. So we're going to be telling the story using our photograph in order, okay? So first, let's take a look. Where am I? We can talk about where I am. First, I went to the where? Beach. You're exactly right. Well, boys and girls, I hear some snap words snapping in there. Did you hear the snap word went? So first, I went. Blend time. N-T. Went to. Snap that word for me. To. T-O. I went to the. T-H-E spells the or the. Keep those snap words snapping. So first, I went to the beach. Now, do I need to re-stretch and spell beach? It's a smart idea too, but I can also take a look at the label, all right? So, what do I hear first? E in that digraph that makes the ch sound. Choo-choo, Charlie is C-H. So first, I went to the beach. And we always remember at the end of our sentence is going to go a period, which tells us to stop. Awesome. Next. Then, what did I do? Well, look, I'm going to notice here, Mrs. Baxter and Cosmo are my family. So, how about, let's try to add some snap words. Then I play with my family. All right, snap word, pull. I hear a blend. Play. Remember that Y makes that A say that long sound. Then I play with. What is the sound of W. And TH makes that th sound. Remember to be biting your tongue. Is it th? All right. Then I play with my. Snap word. My. And remember that silly letter that sometimes is a vowel. It makes that long I sound. It's the letter Y. Then I play with my family. Now let's see. What do we hear at the beginning of family? Right. I hear F. A. I. See how I'm doing that slow stretch and spell, writing a letter for each sound I hear? Fam-il. And then sometimes that letter Y can go at the end of a word to make the long E sound, like in city or candy or happy. Man, look how many Y's we had in our. We have play, where the Y makes the A say his name. We have Y and my, where it makes the long I sound. And then we have Y and family, where it makes the long E sound. Man, Y is such a versatile or diverse letter. It is so helpful for us to know all the letter sounds of Y, so we can add it in with our sound power while we're stretching and spelling. Nice. We have our first sentence written, our second sentence written. Now we have to tell what we did last. Well, looking at the picture, what did we do last? Finally, I go what? Fishing. You're exactly right. So finally, I go fishing. So I remember back to that day, we went to the beach. I played with my family. And then I go. Go is a snap word, right? So finally, I go fishing. Now, how are we going to spell fishing? Right? It's just like the fishing from our fishing pole. That short I sound. Sh is the digraph SH. And then we hear ing. We know the three letters ING make that ing sound. So finally, I go fishing. All right. Now, let's take a look and see if we've done everything we were supposed to. Do I have... Let's look back up here. Hey, guys. Welcome back. How are you guys? Let's take a look. Look at our learning targets and our success criteria. Can you see them? Let me see what you see. All right. Look there. I can write a story from a memory. Well, I do remember being at the beach. So, did we accomplish that? Check. And I will use a photograph. Well, let's see. Did we use a photograph? Yes. To draw a picture, label my pictures, and write sentences. Did we draw a picture? Check. Did we label our picture? Check. And did we write our sentences? Check. Boys and girls, this is your writing activity for Friday, April the 24th. I cannot wait to see your responses on Seesaw. Baxter, out.